gonna move into volumes. So we talked about surface areas, about all the surface areas of all the things. Now we're gonna do volumes of all the things. So as many formulas as you had before, you're gonna have that many formulas again. So make an effort to memorize the formulas, do them while we're learning them, and don't try to just like crunch all of them. So you guys know probably already how to find the area of a cube. You just do multiply them all together. Since it's a cube, you can just do edge cube.
Edge cube?
Edge cubed. That's a 3. I don't know if you can see that. Edge cubed.
Oh, I thought it was like
they're all the edges are the same. Or you could just do length times width times height, which is probably what you learned. Now, we make it more general and say the area of the base times height. Think of a stack of Post-its. This is good. All right, if you have a stack of Post-its, you'd have an area of like the first Post-it, right? You'd have the area of the second Post-it, and then you'd have the area of the third Post-it, and the fourth Post-it, and the fifth Post-it. And if you took the area of all the Post-its together, that would be the volume. So if you took the area of the base and multiply by the height, that is your volume. For prisms, Post-its are
Notes?
yeah, Post-it notes. Post-its are like, that's like a rectangular prism. This is still a rectangular prism, it's just not a right one, it's an oblique one, slanted one. But you would still do the area of the base, but then you would do times the height, like how high it is when it's standing.
And I have a question. It's just like they have a 2 base. Do I time 2 or not?
For volume,
Right.
no.
Or just 1 base.
Area of one base times the height. The height is taking all of those things together.
Okay.
Surface area is when you do the 2 bases because you're finding the area of each surface. Here we're finding the volume, how much space an object takes up, so it's different. So if it's not a rectangular prism, your area of your base might be different, like a triangular prism or something of that kind. This is a rectangular prism. We're going to find the area of this base and then multiply by this height, right? So the area of this rectangular base is 24 times 20. Then we'll multiply by the height and get, this is 48, and then we have 2 zeros. And when we do volume, our units are going to be cubed. So you have cubic centimeters instead of, I put A, sorry, this is V. When you have volume, you multiplied 3 dimensions together. You took centimeters times centimeters times centimeters, you're going to get centimeters cubed, or cubic centimeters, instead of squared. So area squared, volume cubed. If it's not area or volume, just like length or something, it's just centimeters. Try the U-track. For prism, you're going to do it basically the same way, but your base is a triangle, so slightly different. You know, we have volume equals area of the base times height, but our area of our base is 1/2 base of the triangle times height of the triangle. It's kind of confusing when we put heights in there. This is height of triangle, base of triangle. This is height of prism, okay? Don't get confused. Now, the bases are triangles.
Oh, wait, we started again.
I'm gonna redraw this triangle here. If this is 8 and this is 8, and we need 1/2 base times height, oh, we also have this is 8. So it's an equilateral triangle. We don't have the height, okay? So we might need to find the height. To find the height,
Oh, wait.
we're
Wait, was I
gonna
actually
draw
right?
a vertical here, and you're gonna use the Pythagorean theorem.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
So,
sir.
this is 8. This would be 4, because it's half of 8.
Oh, that makes sense. I see.
And this is going to be our height, and we'll solve now. So we have height squared plus 4 squared equals 8 squared. So h squared plus 16 equals 64.
Large.
Then h squared equals 48. So the height is the square root of 48.
Which is, wait.
That's a
Is
perfect
that not
square root,
square root
right?
of 48?
That's not.
You can simplify it, but it's not,
I thought that was a perfect square root.
I
So
thought it
that's
was
gonna-
too. I'm tripping.
that's gonna go for, this h. It's 6 times 8, so it's not perfect. Yeah. So that's
It's
gonna
just
go
such a
for this
perfect
h.
number.
Now what was the base of the triangle?
Um,
8. The base of the triangle was 8. Remember, it was this base right here. Now what's the height of the prism?
10 numbers.
10. 10 is the height of the prism. Notice it doesn't really look like a height because the prism is sideways, but if we were to stand the prism up so that it was sitting on its base, that would be the height.
That's why I was
10.
confused originally. I'm like, isn't it just, 10?
So yeah, if it's not like standing up, the height is the length of the segment that connects base to base.
Okay.
Alright, now we're just gonna like plug all this in a calculator because it wants us to round to the nearest whole.
So it's 277.
Wait, why would the base be just 8 if there's 2 8s?
The base of the triangle
Oh, the base of the
is
triangle.
just 8.
Yeah.
Okay. I
The
see
area
what
of
we're
the
doing
base is 1/2 base times height of the triangle.
I was looking at, we didn't make like a base like equation, like as
This whole thing is representing this base.
Yeah, I didn't see it like that. I was like
Yeah.
confused for a second already. I'm feeling with
But now you are found.
I am bound. Yes, I am bound.
So we get approximately 227, and these are cubic inches. Cylinder is really similar to the volume of the prism. If you look at a cylinder, it kind of looks like a prism, it's just rounded. So the only difference is, instead of finding vague area of the base, how do you find the area of a circle?
Sure. Yeah.
Pi r
is-
squared.
Pi r squared. So this is just a more specific way of finding the area of a
speaking
cylinder. The area of the cylinder formula is exactly the same as the area, or I'm sorry, not, I keep saying area. The volume of the cylinder formula is the same as the volume of the prism formula, but we can make it more specific if we want to. But we don't have to if we remember that the base is a circle, and to find the area of the base, pi r squared. So when we go here, okay, well, it's a cylinder, and cylinders are basically like smooth prisms. So the volume is gonna be area of the base times height. Okay, well, the base is a circle, so the area of the base is pi r squared. Basically the same process we did with that triangular one, right? We're like, okay, we gotta find the area of the base. Well, the area of the base, it's a triangle, so we do 1/2 base times height. This base is a circle, so we use this. Now we have everything we need, I think, right? This is our radius. So we're gonna do radius squared. And the height of the cylinder, again, that's the piece that connects the two bases, is 8. If we want to leave this in terms of pi, we would square 3. That would give us 9. Multiply 9 times 8, that's 72. Pi. These are cubic centimeters.
Is it weird you're laughing at that?
So
Okay.
that would be in terms
I'm
of
not
pi.
laughing.
The formula does not change if it's an oblique cylinder. It just looks different, okay? So all that changes is it just looks different, but it doesn't change anything else.
Question.
Yeah.
Will there be times when they don't?
Finding volumes of composite figures is easier than surface area, because when you talk about surface area, you have to like count out certain surfaces because they're touching. So for example, like if you look at this one, this is a cylinder on top of a prism, but there's no like, it's only half of one and there's no, so surface area is a little bit harder. Volume's a little bit easier, we just have to look at this as like either 2 or maybe even 3 like chunks.
Do we do surface area of a composite?
Huh?
Do we do composite?
On Math Excel, there was
No,
a very
but there was
hard
not
one.
on Excel. Do you see how this picture is essentially a prism attached to a cylinder?
Precisely.
Now, we have to look at these as those things. Let's focus on the cylinder. Is it a full cylinder?
No.
It's half. It's only half a cylinder. Okay.
It's a, what do you call it?
The
It's
half
a semi-cir-
cylinder.
It's a semi-cylinder.
What is the
Very
radius
cool, Max.
of the half cylinder?
12?
How'd you get it?
Yes.
You guessed.
Half of 24.
Dude, she just got so
If
excited when she
this
said
is
yes.
24,
Yes.
12.
yeah, then this
God, I'm so smart.
is half of
You
that.
didn't say anything.
So the
I did.
radius is 12. Good.
I actually
Good
didn't
job,
know the
Eric.
answer.
Good job.
So let's focus on the cylinder. What else do we need to find the volume of a cylinder? Back here.
Height.
You also need.
Like, how do you find the volume of a cylinder?
That was rude. Pi.
Cylinder is
It's definitely big.
Height.
Pi r squared
Base.
divided by 2.
It's area of the base, which is pi r squared times
Divided
height.
by 2.
So we have that. What's the height of the cylinder?
24.
24.
Yes. Height of
I
the
got it.
cylinder is this,
Oh, that's right.
which
I'm gonna
is
start sweating now.
24.
You're sweating, Eric. Stop.
I'm gonna start sweating.
Stop.
So you're
You're annoying.
Stop. So our radius is 12. Our height is 24. So if we want the volume
We need to go.
of this,
Do math.
we're gonna do
Do math.
half,
Yeah,
since
it's
it's half
alright.
cylinder,
Oh,
of
right.
It's alright, I said half. And you just want you to answer to me.
pi, and then r squared times the height of the cylinder.
But you're telling me this is all just. Oh, gosh.
So let's see what that
This
is.
is gonna be a tough chapter.
Yeah,
The
it's
surface
just
area is my
harder than
weakest point.
other.
Because we're just doing the cylinder right now. But I guess the cube is that one.
Cube is literally 24, but.
So I'm
Okay,
rounding.
listen up here. So.
This is about
Cut your hair.
No, that is
Get your neck.
that
This
is
much.
his style.
I can't cut my neck just killing
stop.
myself.
I'm recording.
Sorry.
Okay, this is approximately the area of the half cylinder, not the full cylinder. After you find the area of the half cylinder, you're gonna find the area of the prism. This is the prism. See it?
Yes.
Holy God, I'm
See the prism?
blind.
Okay. How do we find the volume of a prism?
Base.
Area of the base times height.
Yeah.
24 times 24.
So, area of base. This is the base. What are the dimensions of the base?
24.
Okay.
That goes for all around because it's
Do we know what this is?
we do not.
No.
I say Pythagoras.
But we said that the radius of this was 12. So if from here to here
Oh,
is
subtract.
48,
That would
and
be 36.
so this is 36.
Yes, sir, Eric.
Yes.
So our area of our base would be, so area of the base is gonna be 36 times 24. And then what's the height?
24. Alright,
Yeah.
quick math. Let's
Is-
go.
One
Same.
second. Is
Kind of using like
bank
not the
big
whole right
clock?
colors. So this is 24.
Bank big clock.
Okay, let's do that math.
Math.
20,000.
Oh, oops.
I have the same exact thing, Grace.
Okay, now we're just
Ow.
gonna take the prism and the cylinder,
Adam.
Yeah.
add 'em. So the volume of the figure is approximately 26,165 cubic inches.
Holy.
It's like a,
Holy God.
What's up,
it's an aquarium.
I was about to say that. I'm like, that's like the aquarium.
What's in this?
That ain't no damn paint.
Little
Hey,
fishes.
there ain't no fit. There's like one fish in there.
I mean, cubic inches aren't that big. Think